Recording started.
Very good
Pause.
hockey teams in a matchup here in Ottawa tonight.
Remarkable what Coach McLean's squad has done with all the injuries. The opening draw tonight presented by our friends at Papa John's Pizza on CSN. No score tonight with Mike Green in the penalty box for tripping. This evening's goalie matchups brought to you by Sports Yapper. Go yap about this evening's game on Sports Yapper. It's free on all iPhones, iPads, and Androids.
And it's a nice matchup. Braden Holtby, one of 5 goaltenders in the National Hockey League with 20 wins. Goals against 2.67. You look at Craig Anderson's record, the thing to look at is goals against and save percentage. They are the best in the National Hockey League. This 23-year-old playing a big part of the top line, a point per game pace the last 17. Zibanejad celebrating his 20th birthday, plus 10. Leads the team. Typical Swede for Zibanejad. Loves to play both ends of the ice. Very diligent when it comes to playing deep.
On road to the playoffs, we continue to be fixated on the Eastern Conference race.
Very close to nixing the 9th place team here, but I'm
I'm
not going to do it yet because it's the Jets. They're still hanging in with 46. The Rangers sitting at 46. The Islanders playing some great hockey at 3 points up on those two teams. The Caps at 54 better than Winnipeg.
You know how I love when you start crossing teams out. You were tempted to cross Winnipeg out? Against Washington with 7:01 to play in period number 1.
And here's the rotation on the circle. You're trying to 2-on-1 everybody. Look at the crisscross there. Perreault goes right to the net when Chimera gets it. Too tough for a defender to box out. And he shanks it to the left side of Anderson's body.
Glowing numbers, save percentage and goals against average. The ankle cost him quite a few games.
Last year, a big offensive threat, gets his left leg up, comes right down on the Achilles tendon. Good sign for the Ottawa Senators. May start to skate upcoming with the team next week and may be available for the playoffs.
It wasn't just Carlson. Jason Spezza has missed a ton of time with back surgery.
Yeah, so their top defenseman and their top centerman in defensive game here under their head coach.
They lost the high-scoring McCulloch for a while. They lost perhaps the league's best goalie for a while. And yet still they find themselves with a mark of closing. He fires at the as we hear the whistle.
Yeah, there's the speed that the Capitals want to do and jump into those lanes against the Ottawa Senators. Good opportunity. It's all about hitting the seam at the right time. Backstrom, a nice depth pass to find his running mate Marcus Johansson, and he just fires that high and wide because it deflects off the stick and the left shoulder of the goaltender Anderson.
That's the reason why the draw stays inside. Marcus Johansson, half of his goals this season have come via the power play. Picked up a PPG against Toronto on a ricochet off the boards, winds up into the safety netting for a whistle. Have a look at Braden Holtby. Anticipate this tip in.
It all starts with a beautiful pass by Alfredson, and watch number 9 get to the front of the net. Method is looking for a deflection, and he got it. But there's Braden Holtby out challenging at the top of the paint. Here comes the deflection. Absolutely no holes in his game as he takes away number 9, McCulloch, right in the paint.
First time ever starting a
real problem in front of Anderson. Didn't have very good sight lines. Nice job by Greeny joining the rush. The defense have really been chipping in. There's the drop pass. Look at how difficult it is to defend once the D join the rush. The forwards are going towards the net. It opens up a lane. Good pressure by Ribeiro on Anderson right in the crease.
As he stares out at this late first period draw, won by Washington in Ottawa. Well done, Braden. The Samurai goalie with 11 stops. Craig Anderson at the other end, officially credited for the moment with 4. And we are 0-0. Coming up very soon on Comcast Sportsnet, it'll be time for Lattice's Intermission Live. Get you back to the studio. The Senators starting swiftly in the first 27 seconds.
Capitals big time lucky there. Should be 1-0 Senators. The net was wide open. Braden didn't know where the puck came out to the slot. Look at how wide open he is. Right there. And it's a nice work by Ribeiro and company, making sure they had stick on puck. Knocks that opportunity away right in front of Braden.
John Carlson with a block. He's tied for 3rd best in the NHL in terms of their remaining games on the road.
Probably happy about that because they have not been good on home ice in Uniondale. They've been way better away from home. The month of April has been very nice to Braden. Nice goals against and a perfect record at 6-0.
In that Ranger-Panther game, a Rick Nash power play goal giving the New Yorkers the lead at MSG. We revisit the Turris salvo.
Yeah, and it's one-on-one, and look at how far Alsner keeps him out to the outside. Did he put his stick in and have a problem with the goalie picking it up? That's my only concern there. Alsner throwing his stick out there. But that's still one that I think Braden, if he was a little more aggressive, would have hit his blocker. Turris scores blocker's side.
Alsner and Turris, Bantam teammates with the Burnaby Winter Club.
Here's an opportunity for the Ottawa Senators. A quick up. Both goaltenders pretty good. Moving that puck up. Watch to the left side of the screen. He fakes, he looks, and there was Neal coming into the picture. I think the fact that he changed his mind threw that shot off. Career versus the Caps in 12 games. Craig Anderson 6-5-1. A goals against under 3.
12th year pro, Craig Anderson, Illinois native. And should the NHL pros be in the Olympics in Sochi in 2014? Most people believe Anderson will be involved with Team USA. Winnipeg has jumped to the lead against visiting Carolina. Zach.
The Caps are very lucky that puck didn't come back off the back of Holtby and go in his own net. Chris Neal has 4 goals on the season and a team leading 3 of them being game winners.
Had the game winner against since February of 2011, and Braden Holtby's doing everything he can to keep Washington afloat.
There's the play by Gonchar. Zabinajad takes that shot in front of the net, and here comes Silverberg. And there's that right pad. Great overhead look at the quickness. The left pad's down. Look at that extension and power push by Braden Holtby. That could have been a nice wrap for Silverberg. No. Puts home his 13th. His plus 10 we've already looked at. Gold medal winning goal, right? The World Juniors against Russia. Mike Ribeiro. He's got the Caps right where they need to be. On the road, goals are precious. That one could be a momentum changer for his teammates.
The bottom note there, all the power play points. Ribeiro is third best on the Washington points. We have some McDonald's trivia for you. There's Daniel Alfredson. He's worn that C for a long time. He's the longest serving active captain in the NHL. Who holds the NHL record for being the longest serving captain?
Great question tonight.
There's always a tie-in. There's always some connective thread. There's always the Joseph Boumediene dangle out there. The wild card.
So you're not asking for help tonight?
I'm going to try to throw people. Everybody piling on New York. As we get set to start this third period, offer your opinion on Twitter, hashtag Capitals Talk. 40 minutes in the books. No scoring after one. 3 goals in the second, 2 of them belonging to the Senators. Conacher has the lead goal.
All the way up here as Holtby catches that one and corrals the rebound. Chris Phillips, a ton of games with this franchise, along with Daniel Alfredson. Over 1,000 games played for the Sens. Shots on goal divvied up like this against Braden Holtby and company.
As they are presented by the all-new Dodge Dart.
Joe B, the first period, 7 better were Ottawa, 8 in the second period, and Ottawa now has put 5. The Caps just 1 shot, and we're close to 8 minutes into the third.
Last dozen games, Locker, 8 of them for Washington have been 1-goal decisions. Right now they're involved in a 1-goal hockey game. And makes the intercept, deflecting that one off of the rink.
Pushing and shoving there is Eric Fair getting involved with that forward there, going to the net. That was Silverberg. Eric Fair's had a good third period. Real aggressive, really moving his feet. Got that breakaway opportunity, closing in on 10 goals for the season. A couple more would be sweet, and his plus-minus tops among all Caps.
I was looking at Eric's record for goal scoring lately, and this season in particular, 5 of the 8 goals, Locker, have come after the second period. So third period or overtime. He's the kind of guy who will get some opportunities late. He had one in this period. Anderson made a fine save on his breakaway. But spoiled by Green, and that's out of play. 2-1 Ottawa. Folks, we can remind you the 2013-14 season ticket deposit campaign. It's on right now. Full season ticket deposits, $250 per seat. Partial plans, $100 per seat. 202-266-CAPS. Join us at Verizon Center next season Adam Oates' squad has a date in Montreal on Saturday. We'll keep you company from Bell Center. Marty Erat gnawing on that mouth guard with 3:47 to go. One-on-one, it's off of Carlson and into the Washington bench.
For an old gentleman in the National Hockey League, Phillips been pretty physical here in this hockey game. Been taking this body. John Carlson and the boys, after tonight's game, will head off to Montreal, Joe, for a clash with the Montreal Canadiens. We'll have it right here on Comcast Sportsnet, kicking off at 7. The Montreal Canadiens, the Caps have had great luck in the province of Quebec against the Montreal Canadiens.
Knock on wood, that'll continue with Montreal sputtering of late.
Yeah, they've had the hook